H.R.1, dubbed as For the People bill, was passed along party line by Congress in a vote conducted at night of March 3rd. While the Democrats touting the bill as democracy and voting rights reform, how the conservatives and others react, and what are the steps they may take.
H.R.1 is a horrible idea, as nice as it sounds. It would essentially codify fraud on a massive scale. We need transparency. We need absolute transparency in the election process.
You need state legislatures to take back their constitutional authority.
Well, it could be subject to court challenge because in some respects it's unconstitutional. Look, when something bad happens legislatively or when the law is changed in a way you don't like, our Constitution and our system allows you to object to it, sue, or move to get it changed back to the way it ought to be.
And how do you see, because the Supreme Court actually really basically threw out all the cases, so people are concerned about our courts, whether they can be nonpartisan.
Well, the courts have really, in my view, failed to grapple with the consequences of the rule changes of the election and the legal questions about that. And it was a dereliction of duty, in my view, for the Supreme Court not to take up the cases.
So for people who are disappointed or just, like you said, they failed to, thinking the court failed to take up the responsibility, then what would be the next step?
Well, you have state legislators that can take steps to clean up the rolls and make sure elections are more honest. They should be active individually and make sure their government officials are doing what they want to do, what they want them to do in terms of making sure our elections are free, fair, and secure.
Freedom is not free. It has a price. It's not just our American soldiers overseas. It is the American citizen at home becoming involved in the election process. This was a very hard lesson. People learned that if they are not involved, somebody will take care of the election process. And I think that's the problem. In many states, it's just kind of the nature of the personality types. Those who are interested in big government control are the ones more likely to become involved in the election process. Many conservatives oftentimes just assume somebody else is taking care of the election process. That is correct. Somebody else is taking care of the election process. And it's somebody there needs to be a check and balance. In Virginia, that is my focus, is making sure we turn Virginia around. We've identified 10 major points of essentially fraud in Virginia. The board and the director of elections very respectfully took my presentation, and we have asked for ballots for optical scanning. We have asked for access to the election machines to see if they have any of these questionable features such as fractional apportionment or essentially operator override, and so that we are seeking that in Virginia so that there's an independent third party not chosen by the state that will come in and validate what is going on. And there's a number of other things going on. We have fraudulent registrations in Virginia, 12% of the population possibly, even greater. So all of this freedom has a price, and part of that is getting involved in elections. Us, the citizens, not somebody else.